always what it seems. Things won't turn out perfectly when you want to. There is one thing you can do.
So you have a fascinating book cover, as you can see here on the screen. How'd you come up with this amazing cover?
Yes, I am delighted with the cover art. This is by a Prescott artist named Dana Coyne. I think it's so beautiful that you can look at it every day and see different aspects that will nurture and uplift the feminine energy. You can see the feminine energy emerging in the center of the painting with the woman's face. If you look a little bit closer, you will see that tan lines. And I want you to imagine cardboard packaging that is folded on itself. That's what Dana saw when he opened up his package of art supplies. He saw this cardboard kind of folded on itself, and then he saw the veil of the woman and the feminine energy emerging from what? From cardboard packaging. And isn't that just like life, to bring us inspiration from unexpected places, even things that we might normally throw in the trash? So I love the feminine energy aspect that's emerging. You will see on one side of the painting a pine cone. The pine cone is an ancient human symbol. It symbolizes enlightenment and regeneration. The pine tree has many medicinal properties as used by the Native Americans. The bark, the resin, is used for healing wounds. And the pine cone, especially the young pine cone, can help with toothaches. And so I think the message here is we need youth and we need maturity for balance to bring societal healing to women. You will see on the other side a ram's horn. The ram figures prominently in Asian, African, and Celtic mythology. The ram is a symbol of determination, of creativity, of the mental energy to act from inspiration and imagination. There's a Nigerian proverb about the ram going into a fight, that the ram enters headfirst into the battle, taking a leap of faith. And I think that that's what women need. They must take a leap of faith as it relates to taking control of their own health. It may be a space that they've never navigated before and don't feel comfortable with, but the gospel of women's health is going to equip them to leap first into the battle. The ram's horn is also used by Native Americans as a vessel with which they carry fire from place to place, their sacred fire. Then look in the two circles. You'll see the circle at the bottom with the black background. Dana says that that represents science and the cosmos, kind of man's view of the night sky. If you look at the circle above, you will see the celestial cosmos, and you will see two constellations. One is familiar, that's the constellation of Libra, or the scales. The other constellation, it's invisible to most inhabitants of the earth, invisible for most of the year, but was very important in Egyptian astrology as a symbol of Egyptian medicine. It is the path, the celestial path of the sun and the moon. And the Egyptian physician that brought to light what we now do in medicine as taking a history from the patient and doing a head-to-toe exam is represented by this constellation. And I think that that is so important as it relates to women in navigating their health, in communicating, in observing factors in their own body, head to toe, and realizing the importance of integrating the mind, the body, and the spirit in achieving whole health, in awakening their own Athena.
How beautiful. This is just fascinating. And as I look at this cover, it, because I haven't heard this explanation, when you bring it out and talk about it in the way that you have so much deeper appreciation for why you chose this cover. And it's been a journey to get to this cover. So I can tell one thing that from the moment I met you, is how much you love being a doctor, and how much you love people, how much you enjoy the what goes into it, and how you serve the women in our world is pretty fascinating. So, what's your favorite part about being a doctor?
Oh, I love everything about it. Even on my vacations, I go and practice medicine with Team 5 Foundation. That's how much I love it. It is absolutely my passion. If pressed to say my favorite thing, I would say my favorite thing is seeing women transform themselves, transform their families, transform their work through exactly what I talk about in the Gospel of Women's Health, through taking control of their health, through using their mind as the builder to create a better level of health. That can even happen, like we talked about, in the face of chronic illness.
There was one thing